Hey guys, Rexasaur here and welcome to another Total War Warhammer lore, where in this video I will be looking at Sigvald the Magnificent, one of the three legendary lords for the Chaos faction in Total War Warhammer, and in my opinion the one that is the most interesting and has the most interesting backstory. Sigvald was born from an incestuous relationship between a powerful warlord and his sister. Sigvald was beautiful from birth, save for a horned birthmark on the back of his neck, and was spoiled by his father. Despite the handsome boy's skill with the blade and the distinctive aura around him, he was cast into the snowy wilderness by his father due to his fondness for human flesh. Sigvald took his revenge, slaying his father remorselessly and wallowing in the pleasure of the act. Sigvald turned his life over to the Chaos god Slaanesh, who granted the every wish of the vain warlord. Clad in brilliant gold armour, wearing a mirrored shield and armed with the legendary sword Silverslash, Sigvald was an awe-inducing sight on the battlefield. Caring for nothing without beauty, Sigvald put anything that displeased him to the sword, but neither blood nor filth stained his magnificent armour. In the year 211 of the 11th Phoenix King, having long felt aggrieved that the folk of Ulthuan were renowned for the most fulsome golden locks, and Prince Sigvald took the ship to the island, his goal to scalp every elf who crossed his path. With him travelled an army of blood-hungry chaos warriors, who cared not why Sigvald brought war on the elven realm, so long as there was plunder to be taken, and glory to the dark gods to be earned. The high elf princess Eldria led the counterattack. Initially unsure of the chaos horde's size, Eldria elected to harry the forces as it headed inland. Charioteers were tasked with hunting down and eliminating Sigvald's scouts, while shadow warriors launched daring nighttime raids to destroy supplies, slaying horse and assassinates the Chaos Lord's lieutenants. At Eldria's direction, spells of concealment hid towns, waystones and mansions from the oncoming foe. Harried and blinded, Sigvald's army was soon lost in the Kothic highlands. Division soon set amongst the Chaos ranks, for there was little plunder, and no glory at all in enduring the lethal pinpricks of the Shadow Warriors' attacks. In addition, Sigvald had to best ever more frequent challenges to his leadership, yet pride would not allow him to turn back or compromise his goals. Soon he had slain as many of his own lieutenants as had the shadow warriors who plagued his advance. It was in the midst of one such death duel, begun by a hulking brute named Draknak Goredrinker, that Eldria finally unleashed her attack. Banners flowing in the wind, the great spear formation of the Silver Helms pierced the heart of the Chaos army, slaying a great many of the Northmen before they could even form up. Despite this, Sigvald decided it the best time to settle his enmity with Goredrinker. By the time night fell, the High Elves had won a crushing victory, but Goredrinker had fallen to Sigvald's silver blade, and what little remained of the Chaos army was scattered and fled. For his part, Sigvald simply wandered off in the final stages of the battle, hacking down any who tried to stop him. Goredrinker's spilt blood had reminded the prince of a particularly rancorous bottle of Bretonnian wine he had once sampled, and he was suddenly minded to wreak vengeance on his creators. During the end time, Sigvald is first seen ravaging Kislev, after which he makes his way to Bretonnia, where he heads the siege of Paravon, where his army overwhelms the Grail Knights and forces Gilles to retreat, but not before killing Sigvald's right-hand man. He is still alive during the final great battle, leading forces of Demonettes against Nagash's army. He fights the Mortiarch, Krell, in a long duel, and does badly at first since Krell is much stronger and more durable, leading to Krell cutting his pretty face and breaking Silverslash. Sigvald sees his reflection with the one eye Krell didn't ruin and goes absolutely berserk, beating Krell with his bare fists and mangling his perfect hands in the process. After stabbing Krell through the eye and with the remains of his sword, Sigvald is finally released from the rage that controlled him, and in that moment of clarity realizes what he has done. His face was ripped to shreds, and his hands were mangled to the point where he couldn't use a weapon. While Sigvald sat there, crying over his ruined beauty, Throg, the Troll King, approached. He'd been ordered by Archaon to work with Sigvald, but Sigvald had tried to kill Throg because he considered Throg ugly looking. As a result, Throg snuck up and took his revenge by smashing in Sigvald's skull, leaving his body sprawled and slain. And that is the story of Sigvald the Magnificent. Personally, I think he's a bastard, and I'm pretty sure that's the way he's supposed to be written. He is an arrogant prick who is given everything that he wants by Slaanesh, which I believe is the perfect kind of pinnacle of what Slaanesh is all about. I hope that you will join me in basically giving this guy the big middle finger and hope that he basically dies again many times. But if not, then you are a true son or daughter of Slaanesh. Personally, I think he's a right knob. He is very fun to play in Total War Warhammer though. But if you're just here for the lore, then he's a right dick. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. The next one of these videos will be sometime within the next 2 weeks or so. I won't be able to do these very often because of the time it takes to do a little bit of research, to rewrite the things I find online into my own little script, and find all the pictures, and also to find just generally who I want to do as my next Legendary Lord lore video, or just a faction, or maybe just a unit type. In the comment section below, if you could give me kind of some inspiration, some things that you might want to do. I know that a lot of people have been wanting the Beastmen, and I will be doing those probably next or sometime afterwards. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.